Sorry.
I have a question for you, Faye.
Okay, let's shoot. He gets 2 this time. Let's go. Lay it on me.
What's the second story you had about your paranormal experience?
Oh, okay. So this one's the one where I'm gonna sound like I'm absolutely freaking crazy.
No, you won't. I promise.
Okay, so I have to explain the layout of the house. This is the same house that the door thing happened in. So all of the kids' room were on one hallway, and like the parents' room was on the opposite side of the house. They managed to find a house that made it so that we didn't have to hear them at night, and they didn't have to hear us. And as a kid, that was spectacular. Anyway, so all of us are on this one hallway. So there was 2 bedrooms on the cap ends. So like if you opened the doors for those 2 bedrooms and looked down the hall, you'd stand at one room and look straight into the other, right? And then there was one halfway down the hall, like in the middle. And this was like a decent length hallway, like at least 2 car lengths for how long this hallway was. And all of my siblings, we all have ADHD, and so we liked to musical chairs the bedrooms. So at some point or another, we had all been in every single one of the bedrooms. This is important for the story because the thing that I saw it multiple times from all the different positions. So it's like different point of view, same event just happening over and over again. So the first time I ever encountered it was when I was in the center bedroom. I opened my door, saw a figure running by my door, and then like poked my head out, didn't see anyone in the hallway. And it, for the first few times, I just assumed it was my sibling whose room was down there, and didn't think anything of it because siblings are weird. Until one day I saw it and it clicked that while this figure is definitely running, there are no footsteps. And this is on the second floor.
My next question.
Yeah, and it was on the second floor. So you would definitely hear it if someone's running down the hallway because it's not solid ground. So that's when I started getting a little weirded out. And then eventually I went to the back room where the door thing happened, and that's the room that the figure is running towards. And that's when I got a better look at the thing, because I like would open my door and just see it like running at me. And I realized it doesn't have any features. It's like a silhouette, just like a pure black humanoid shape just running at me. And then as it like a little bit after it would get past the middle room door, as it got closer to that end bedroom, it would start going translucent. And by the time it got to the door of that bedroom, gone. So the first time I didn't know that, and it freaked me out. So I saw it running at me and I'd slammed the door and I was just waiting for impact that never came.
Oh.
So it took me a couple times getting brave enough to like leave the door open and see what happened. And that's when I noticed it gets transparent. And then the last time that I ever saw it was in the other room from the other side of the hallway. I had opened my door, the silhouette was right in front of my door, and it was like a second and a half before it took off down the hall. And that was the first time I'd seen the entire start to finish, at which point I promptly went to my parents and I was like, hey, I think y'all need to commit me. Well, I went to my mother, I should say, and I said, I was like, something is wrong with me and I think you need to commit me. And my mom's like, what are you talking about? Because at this point, I am a teenage girl and I am putting her through the ringer. And she's just like, oh God, what are we doing now? And so we're like going back and forth and she's going, you're not crazy and I'm not committing you. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I'm seeing things. I'm fucking hallucinating. Put me in a mental asylum. And my dad comes out and he sees us like very intensely talking and he goes, what's going on? And my mom's like, she thinks she's seeing a ghost. And my dad looks at me and goes, oh, you mean the black figure in the hallway? Yeah, don't worry about it. I've seen it too. And he just walks the fuck away. Like, what the fuck do you mean you've seen it too?
Wow.
The fuck?
That definitely a shadow person. That's pretty neat. That's really cool, actually.